We spent 5 nights in a row in our ID bus, and in this video we will show you how we camp, cool our food, and charge in the middle of nowhere with no fast chargers, and our most important learning with the bus. So keep watching, because the first night we camped on a ranch close to Yakima, which is part of an indigenous reservation. The main reason we stayed here is because we left late from Port Angeles, Washington, and couldn't make it in one drive to Boise, Idaho. If you haven't watched our last video where we drive around in our ID bus in one of the biggest rainforests in the US, then check it out after watching this video. We found this ranch over Hip Camp, which is basically like Airbnb for camping. We just slept another night in the bus, night number 2 in the bus, and you slept well. I didn't sleep very well because the mattress is so hard. It got pumped up like so much that it's hard. It was hard for me to sleep. So tomorrow we've decided to make it more soft for me, for both of us, I guess.
I don't really mind.
Einfach. Wir müssen mit die ausspielen. Ich guck die an, okay? Done for tomorrow. Yeah, just make 3 and 3. We just left our camping where we stayed last night, and we are charging before we start our drive to Idaho, and we just finished our free miles. So 500, you get 500 kilowatt hours as part of buying the bus, and we've driven like 2,412 miles. Of course, we've had like free charging mixed in with that, but we haven't paid for charging yet, and now we are going to have to pay for charging at Electrify America. So it's going to be a change, but it's gotten us a long way. So yeah, it was awesome to have that. Yeah. And now we get 30% off Electrify America, so that's still good.
And then it happened, the one thing we were hoping to avoid. We arrived at an Electrify America and 2 out of 4 were not working. So we had to wait for the ID4, what was next to us, to finish. During that time, we had bathroom breaks, and the first time there were buckets with water to clean the window. So I freed some bus from all the bugs, and when the ID4 finished, it was our turn.
And it was time for another charging stop, this time somewhere interesting. The chargers were next to an old country store. This is the cool thing about charging, because you drive to random places like this. While we were charging, there was another ID4. It was a group of friends on their way to Boise because of a festival. Later, more about that. Their ID4's charging cap closing mechanism broke, so it stayed open while they were driving. They left like 5 minutes earlier than us from that charging stop, and funny enough, 45 minutes later, we saw their car pulled over in Boise by the police because of the tank cap. So unlucky.
We camped 2 nights in Boise in someone's backyard that we booked over Hip Camp. Unfortunately, we didn't really record a lot in Boise, but the people we stayed at were so nice. They had a car shop in their backyard, and all the guys were mechanics, working and tuning their cars and other cars every day. which was interesting because all of them loved the buzz, and we talked for a while about cars, adventures, and the world. Those are the moments we really enjoy, meeting new people and sharing stories. Earlier, I told you guys about a festival, which was happening in Boise. Whole city was out. Everyone had fun and enjoyed the beautiful day. The cool thing was that there were many free stages, so everyone could participate for free as well. This is so cool. I would have never expected something like this for free in the US.
Right when we got the buzz, Servan and I were talking about how great it would be to meet other buzz owners in person. And the best place for that happens, of course, at a charging stop. Right before our last stretch to our campground at the City of Rocks, we met a family who owned a green ID Buzz. We love this little community. Everyone is so nice. Oh, and it got clean a little bit too.
Ah,
Good.
it got clean. Buzz is now a clean car.
Barely though.
Yeah, barely? Yeah, but it looks good from here. But you know what's funny, Tay?
What?
Are we alone here?
Yeah.
Like literally.
No one else.
This is the RV park, look.
But it's kind of nice.
Like this, all of it. And it goes up back until there, until the street. And there, you see there's a car driving by. There's the street. There's the street. There's no one here. We're the only ones. Which is kind of cool. But on the same side, it's kind of creepy. But I don't know. Yeah. Kind of cool though, no? But yeah, there's like a shower. And there's vending machines and toilet. And
taken a shower in like 4
yeah,
days.
we haven't taken a shower in like 4 days. So that's why we're gonna check out the showers now. We just got a visit from Steve, the owner of this place. Really nice guy. And actually we wanted to drive down to the bathroom because we wanted to see his number to call him because the showers are not working. And on the way, he was coming towards us. So he probably saw us and then he was like, oh, let me go check out who those people are. And we talked to him for a little bit and he's really nice.
He was so nice.
He was so nice.
He was really kind, and he had a
little cattle dog.
little cattle dog.
And the cattle dog peed on our car.
Yeah, the cattle dog went onto the wheel of our car and just started peeing.
Yeah. Yeah, and
But
yeah.
it's definitely colder than we expected, which is not bad.
And it's windy.
And it's windy.
That's why we
Have our stuff on, but
And then I asked him for where we can get firewood, and he literally said he has some firewood back there and he can just give it to us. Yeah, he can just give it to us. No, he can just give it. Give it to us, blah blah blah. And we were like, yeah, we don't have a fire lighter though. And he was like, I have a lighter too. And then he just gave us a lighter and everything for free.
So
We offered him, of course, money, but he said no, it's fine. It was really nice. So now I'm gonna make a fire.
We definitely need a fire though. It's
Yeah.
coldy out here, guys.
We will have a nice fire tonight. Let's collect some chips. We can put rocks down there, so you just sit in it.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, that's good. Check. That's good. Put this in here. This, like, we have a huge bag of wood. That's great. Okay, I just have to. Huh?
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
I feel some drops.
Oh, yeah? Or, no, das finde ich gut. Say the bigger. Yeah, yeah. You start me.
We have something to eat.
Yep, that's true.
I like snow though.
Hey, how did you sleep?
Not good. It was cold. We tried to manipulate it and we found a way how to keep it on, but then the heating goes off every half an hour. It's like, why? Why can't you just keep it on? But it's all part of it. What a day. What a weekend. What a couple of days.
That's the first day.
Yeah, but it's been like a couple of days of camping, and
it was the third night camping.
I haven't had a good night's sleep where I haven't woken up in like a week.
We're just not used to it. We have to learn.
Because we're like usually really good at sleeping. And now it's snowing.
Yay. Are you ready for the snow?
No. And after making the coffee, we realized that the gas of our camping cooker was almost empty and we didn't have another one. For that day, we planned on going to the general store, which was next to the campground, to take a shower because we hadn't had a shower in like 3 days, and also look for gas. Unfortunately, they didn't have the gas that we needed, so like real city people who don't plan ahead correctly, we had to drive an hour back to the closest town to go to Walmart and get some butane. And on top of our luck, Walmart was closed because there was no electricity, so we drove to every single store in that town, but none of them had the butane gas we needed. At the end, we went to Walmart again, and it was open, so we got our gas and drove all the way back, and because of the wind, we just stayed in the buzz and worked. The service was pretty good, so we got some work done that day.
After breakfast, we packed everything besides our kitchen stuff and food and left for the City of Rocks. This place was just stunning and full of history, the California Trail.
Formations are crazy.
It went through this area almost 180 years ago. The people back then used horses with wooden wagons or even walked the trail. And today we drive through here easily with our electric car. So fascinating. That's how we spent the whole day. We drove around, climbed some rocks, and walked on some trails trying to find some traces of the people coming by. Some of the boulders had tags on them from people passing by 150 years ago, like old school graffiti. Erstmal so. It's a beautiful place really out here. Last night, Taylor, what happened last night? What did we discover?
We finally found a way to keep the heating on all night, and it means you can't keep the car charged in, which is okay, or plugged in.
Yeah.
But if you unplug the car, then you can keep the heating on all night. So we finally did that.
But
we finally slept well. but
one thing really happens, it really drains the battery. Like
Yeah.
we were at 80% and we had the heat on the whole night, and it literally took 18%. So
yeah, which is crazy. That's so
like,
much.
yeah, and that's the thing. We had an RV charger next to us, but if you put the plug in, if you charge, it goes off. Like it thinks no one is in the car, and the heat or AC turns off after 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So you can't even. We even had the stone on the driver's seat, but it didn't trick it. So if the plug is in, it just turns off automatically. But if if there's no plug in for the charger, you can just like have the heat on the whole night. But of course, it drains the battery. But
Yeah. All right.
So
On to the next video.
peace.
Peace.